Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Season 2, Episode 4. We're still in a very weird situation because yes, I read your comments and I kind of understand why Boomy did not attack. And yes, once you start to think about it, it makes sense. As you said during your commentary, there are no farms inside of this imposing wall of the city. But obviously, they will be resistant, but they will suffer too. And in the end, the Fire Nation is in a position in which they have so much power, so much resources that they can really spend months and perhaps even years sieging the city. So yeah, the siege could have last years and they will have won because they have all the rest of the world so they can get the resources. So yes, once you start to analyze it in a real situation with real strategies, yes, it makes sense what Bumi did. He did not put his people on risk, and they still could perhaps hold a position of power, especially again with Boomy, because Boomy is an amazing earthbender, because only his face is uncovered, only that, and that was enough for him to bend. That is amazing. That is honestly one of the most amazing things, because again, I thought the bending was just made by hands or made by the feet or something like that, but apparently there are some people who are this powerful so they can bend. And I love the philosophy behind Boomy because yes, I have my suspicions that Boomy was not just letting the Fire Nation win. He had a plan and he needs to be patient, obviously. Now I understand a little bit better, but still, I think that Boomy was on the right track in here because again, and as I said in my previous video, Boomy is crazy, but a crazy genius. So yes, a fascinating episode and a different way of seeing this conflict. But anyway, yes, I don't think you're here just to hear my recapitulation of the last episode, so the only thing is missing, obviously. Yes, I know perhaps somebody is bothered by this, but if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications so you can get up to date with what is going on with the channel. And if you enjoy the video, please give me a like and leave a comment so I know what you like about my reaction, about my commentary. What else? Oh yes, if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. And this was a special request for somebody. I will try to up the volume in this episode so you can hear it better. So yeah, it's okay. And yes, obviously. Yeah, enough about this. Let's just cut the presentation and watch the next episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the fourth episode of the second season. There is not much to say about this episode. Obviously, we got our mystic elements because yes, in this world there is a lot of mysticism. Even if Sokka doesn't want to accept that he's just a very practical man. Yeah, I admire him for that, but within the context of the world that we are speaking about, in the world of Avatar, that mentality is not well applied, and at least I don't think so, because yes, the mere existence of the Avatar is proof enough that the world is mystical, the world is transcending just the physical realm that they have there. So that's why I think Sokka is taking the wrong approach in this one. Yes, there are several things that could be explained by what he said. The swamp gases, the lack of food and all of that. And yes, this brings the illusions that they saw. But there are explanations within the mystical side that also make sense. Again, it's a little bit here, a little bit there. But what I love about this episode is obviously the fact that they grew Aang in a different way. That he needs to understand that he is connected as long as with the rest of the people, with the rest of the people that are in the world avatar, that are connected within each other. Obviously not directly, I say, oh yes, we are directly connected. No, but in a more, I hate to repeat this word so much, but in a more mystical way. Because yes, the planet, the entire planet, I don't remember if it was called Earth. I think it was called Earth in this episode. The entire planet is connected because yes, everybody is depending on each other. And again, this is part of the philosophy of the show, that they speak about balance, and we need to find the balance. Yes, we need to develop ourselves as human race, as the human race, well, as the human race within the world of Avatar, but you need to reach a point in which you cannot advance any longer without destroying the rest of the world around you. And you need to find that balance between the advancement and obviously the destruction. Because yes, for said advancement you need to destroy something. You need to change something into something else. Yeah, because destruction is, I think, way too extreme. You need to change something into something else, and that's what humans do. We change. Let's take, for example, a mountain that we find gold inside. That mountain, we're going to change the form of the mountain so we can get the gold outside of it. We need food. We need to kill some animals. We need to reap some fruit or something along those lines. And we need better quality food. We need to kill all the bacteria that is inside the food. We need to destroy some trees so we can have wood, so we can burn the factories away. We need to change all of this, and it's just not humans. Nature does that too. When a forest grew too large, when a forest is way too big, usually there is a fire that destroys part of the forest, and then obviously it can regrow, and it's no longer a bother for nature because yeah, the forest was too big. When it's caused by nature itself, like say, I don't know, lightning that strike a tree and then bam, the forest starts burning, that is obviously again nature trying to balance itself. When let's speak evolution, when a species is too powerful, you need to kill said species because it's going to create a danger for the rest. So yeah, it is again searching for said balance in the nature, and we need to search for that balance as human beings. This episode is a very environmental episode. They are telling you that yes, nature could be dangerous, but obviously if you find that balance, then nature is going to be on your side. Is it still going to be dangerous? Of course it's going to be dangerous. It's part of the food chain. But you need again find set balance, and I love about this episode that again it's an environmental episode, but again it's not in your face. It's trying to bring the philosophy that we know before and put it in front of you to let you know this is the ideal world. Perhaps we will not be able to reach it, but we will try to reach it, and that is enough. When we try to reach it, we try to get as close as possible to that ideal world, because again, obviously the ideal world, I think, is impossible. Perfection is impossible. Again, a very fascinating episode, and again the development of Aang, in which he discovered that he has a strong connection with nature, and that's why he was able to find Oppa. I don't know if this is going to be used in different episodes in the future, but hopefully they will. Obviously the visions of dead people for them, because yes, once Sokka saw Yue, and Katara saw her mother. Aang is the enigma here. I rewatched those scenes trying to figure out if we have seen her or trying to look out for her in future episodes, but honestly, it's undistinguishable. I cannot say any trace that will distinguish from everybody else because the way this, I guess she's a woman because yeah, the way she was dressed, it looks like a dress. Uh, but again, it's very common for what we have seen so far. We have seen woman being dressed like the way she was dressed. Again, I'm assuming she's a woman because again, the way she's dressed. But there is honestly not a very distinguishable characteristic, only that the hair is brown. But come on, there are a shit ton of people with brown hair in this world. So yes, it's weird. And with the quality of the image, I cannot distinguish the color. I could distinguish white from the below part of the dress and brown or yellow or a very ugly, I don't know, I have no clue. Perhaps the biggest clue was the pig with wings, or perhaps that is a pawn. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. That detail caught my attention because of what we saw in the end of the same episode. I don't know, again, perhaps the pig is a key. I will try to remember said pig, and I will try to recall her. And yes, now that I see again the image, it's not brown. It's not brown hair. It's black. But again, the quality of the image is not the best, so I cannot tell you, oh yes, this is the correct way. So I really tried. I rewatched these scenes several times, but I could not find anything that really caught my attention. Moving on. Still with Aang and the hillbillies. Yeah, it was a funny side. Obviously, Oppa and Momo were in real danger, but honestly, it was more of a comedic side in that case. A lot of fun, honestly, and I was not expecting for them to be waterbenders. I honestly thought that all the waterbenders belong to the either South Pole or the North Pole. I have no idea that it could be inside, which obviously makes sense. Yeah, they need to be in several places of the planet. The planet is way too big for just to be just in these two close environments. So yeah, I should have known better. But yeah, a funny side. I love the way they speak, and I love these guys. Even if they try to kill Momo and on Oppa, they are fun. They are a lot of fun. Now, for closing in my argument here, we got a glimpse of Zuko and obviously Uncle Iroh. They are really low. Uncle Iroh is taking it with a good philosophy, with a smile, saying, yes, we are no longer royalty. We are the enemy of royalty, the Fire Nation royalty. We need to do this because we cannot be discovered by that. Obviously, the pride of Zuko is something that is not letting him beg. He still believes to be entitled to whatever he wants. He still believes that everybody should just bow to him and give him whatever he needs. This is obviously something that we have seen before when he steals this bird, whatever that is. He is still very entitled because, again, all his life he has been living as a prince, even if he was banished. And this is something I said in previous reactions of Avatar. Even if he was banished, he still has a lot of luxury and a whole ship, a warship under his command. His uncle, who is a retired general, the crew that is under his command, all of that. And now everything was took away from him. And this is a world he doesn't know. But I think this is a lesson that he needs. Obviously, there are assholes in every single kingdom. And we saw an asshole here in the Earth Kingdom that was forcing Uncle Iroh to dance. Again, Uncle Iroh is taken with a smile, even if he was a complete jackass. I wasn't jackass, but I think jackass is better. But Zuko is not that, and he took revenge. He stole the swords. I don't think he's going to give them back, and he used his mask, so he won't reveal his identity. This is a very short part of the episode, but I think it's very important to notice that. I think this is something that Zuko needs. He needs humility. And it's a very harsh lesson, but I think he needs that. And kind of a way to redeem himself by the things he did in the past. Perhaps that is too. Anyway, I think I exhausted the topic of this one. A fascinating one. It really makes me think and in a lot of stuff. But I think that's it. As always, guys, let me remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider the subscription and obviously turn on notifications so you can get up to date with whatever I'm doing with the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and obviously leave a comment so I know what you enjoy about the episode and what you think about the episode. Yes, I know I sometimes took a lot of time to answer, but believe me, I read all those comments. I really read them and I love to read, especially the long ones. The long ones are my favorites to read because that show your passion about the show. I love those, so keep them coming, Anyway, yes, I think I have nothing else to say, so I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for your attention. Well, see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.